All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the...
Touchdown, Houston! Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offensive
attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right, now look at this.
They're going to look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Bernard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move lateral.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff to Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Leopard!
On play action, they'll throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Black 22. Black 22.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik Jackson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught right side, Gresham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Black 22. Black 22.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Hot. Hot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got three. We got
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Parsons. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 88 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, it's Watson. Underneath, this is Bernard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but It's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Looking to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
This is Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Going for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, here's Bernard. Look at the spin. got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Down. Black 22.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed him? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. carry for Bernard. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, blue 80, blue 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parsons. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more...